I think you just do what you want to do, and it's all about timing. That's what everything's about is timing.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What does Goofy say to my the ward? I did not say
Good
that shit.
afternoon.
I feel like I
Doesn't
don't
he be
say
saying
that.
that shit? Keep all this shit in. He be saying that shit. Keep all this shit in. He be saying that shit.
No, I
Be like,
don't. The
good
fuck?
morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the fuck he be saying. Whether you are they, them, or whatever,
I
it's
say that
us.
for sure.
It's us.
A he, she, they, or them. That's what I say. But I be saying good morning, good afternoon. What the fuck?
I don't know what he be saying. But hey,
I don't.
man, episode 108. We in here.
Hold on, I gotta find it now.
108 weeks consistent. Hey, man,
Yes.
if you find yourself coming back to this video or every Friday, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, drop a comment, man. If we said something funny, just put the timestamp down there, bro. Channel growing. You already know what the fuck is going on. Is your three. We got Denzel,
You're
Rod,
Yo,
and myself, Terrell, man. Just the motherfucking guys, man. I think I went over the 1 minute with the intro. Hey, man, we here. We live. How's y'all week been? Rod wasn't here on the last episode, so go ahead, man. Kick us off. Where the fuck were you at? What were you doing? People wanted to know.
work,
And by
classified
people,
work,
by people, it was me.
classified work. I ain't even gonna
Mm,
lie. Don't even be like on that. By people, it was me fucking talk. Cause anytime I'm fucking down there in your fucking area, you fold. I don't want to
disclose.
hear that shit.
No, it's classified information. I'm doing other shit. Classified information.
Okay, but in the last podcast, he was like, I had a seat here for him. I had some water.
I did.
This man Terrell stayed folding on me, bro.
I
And then he
told his
was,
ass he's about to piss me off. I told his ass the night before. I'm like, I'm gonna sleep in. He's like, you sleep in, Terrell? I'm gonna be petty. I was like, I'm
I said,
telling you what I'm
don't
gonna do.
sleep in too late because I'm gonna be pissed off. I get off of work at
I told
3.
you exactly what I was gonna do. When I say sleep in, I wake up. It's like 3, 4 o'clock. Jit
This
texted me at
nigga
12.
slept
It
in
was
till
like,
5 o'clock, bro. Where the fuck they do that shit at? Where? He slept in till 5 in the afternoon. I'm talking. This shit was 1 hour away from the evening. This man slept. He slept through morning, afternoon,
yeah,
damn near till evening,
I'm a
bro.
true definition of a night owl.
It was 3 hours away from my bedtime by the time you woke up. Like,
Yeah, I be waking up late as shit, bro. On my off days, I can go to sleep. What's crazy is what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna get off after the fucking pod and I'm gonna make my dinner and all that shit. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'll still fuck around. It'll be 11. I'll probably wake up at like 12, 1. I'll sleep for hella long. If that, I might push it to like 2 or 3. I don't know what's wrong with me and why my body needs that much fucking sleep, but it's always been the fucking case. I've always needed that much sleep to get like a full. I don't wake up feeling tired as fuck.
all right,
I'm weird like that. And if I don't do that, I just stay up till like 9 a.m. and then I go to sleep.
that's
And
the
that's why
worst
I be
thing
waking
for
up
me.
late.
that's pretty much how I work. Like I get up like late. Even today was different. I got up at 11, but I definitely felt that shit later. Like around the time I got home and Rod was on Tekken, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to take a nap. But I just never did.
And the naps be fucking me up too. If I ever take one, I haven't took a nap in a minute. I'll just go to sleep. But yeah, man, a motherfucker be tired. Shout out to Kodak. Actually, take that back. Don't shout out to Kodak. Yeah, yeah.
Is he doing something goofy right now? What's going on with him?
Um, besides the essay allegations he had against him, um, he just got out of prison recently. He was throwing like rocks at the fucking news people. He be on some goofy shit, but he just brought a kid in, so I think he has a son now. So shout out to that, man. But hey, well, Rod didn't watch the last episode, so fuck it. I did say on the last episode that I do want to kind of change the structure of the podcast. I feel like every year we bring something new to the YouTube channel, but then the podcast kind of been like the same topic, our thoughts, whatever. So I don't know how. Well, let me give you the backstory of what made me think of this shit. And it happened the day of the no, I was off the last time I recorded this shit. The day before, I was sitting there just talking to one of my coworkers who I didn't want to know that I had a fucking podcast, but lo and behold, you tell one person one thing and then a person knows and then so on and so forth. So she was like, "Oh my god, your podcast." So we opened and it was dead as fuck. And we are just talking about random shit. And I was just like, we're talking about like fucking race, we're talking about aliens, we're talking about fucking just random bullshit. And I was just like, she's like, yeah, like we just did a podcast episode right there. Like, where the cameras at? And I was like, huh,
I'll show you
interesting.
some cameras. That's what Terrell said.
No, I didn't say that. But I was like, damn, like, man, I'm not interested in that girl. But it brought a thought to my mind, and I was like, damn, like the podcast kind of just started off on like it's always been like topic driven. You get what I'm saying? It's always been like we find something, we bring it. Yeah, and I don't want that to stop because there is some interesting shit. But I feel like the organic conversation of us just rambling about bullshit will kind of resonate with more people because that's a conversation they will normally have. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought.
So I mean, we could
But
do that right now.
yeah, which I was gonna lead into.
Oh,
I had
sorry.
a situation at work yesterday. I want Rod's. I want to hear Rod's specific opinion on this, right? Of course, I want to hear Denzel's, but this is like right up Rod's fucking alley. So yesterday, I was ringing up somebody at work, and then he was like, "Yo, like it's an old guy. He had to be like 60, 70." So we chill out, bro. Damn. He had to be like 60, 70. And he was like, "Yo, like, are the shoes here made in Vietnam?" And I was like, "No, like not anymore. Like some of them are made in Vietnam, and then others are made in like Taiwan or whatever." And he was like, "Yeah, because like when this store first opened, I came in and I seen all the shoes are made in Vietnam, and I was like, you gotta close the business. Like I don't want to buy none of this." And he was like, "Yeah, because I lost like 4 friends in the Vietnam War," and I was like, "Huh." He was like, "All right, have a nice day, whatever." And I thought about it. I was like, "Damn." So you don't want to buy nothing from Vietnam, but the shirt on your back is probably made in Vietnam. The shoes on your feet are probably made in China. But I get it, right? You lost friends in the war, but it's just like, is that like does that justify you not liking the country or products coming from that country? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you can't hate the whole country for that. I think. What do you think,
That's
Rob?
interesting. I mean, I think if it reminds him of that experience, like that time where he lost 4 individuals that he truly loves, then yeah, I mean, I could understand where he's coming from. But personally, I probably would still need those essentials that come from said country or whatever region. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I've been living all my life buying or like wearing clothes, using items, products from those areas, and I'm probably just gonna continue because I don't even think about it like that. I don't even approach stuff like that. I don't
Yeah.
be looking at the toy and just like, okay, made in Taiwan, made in China. Like, all right, can't use this. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I I never was one to do that. So I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to stuff. It's like if it's a product that I need, I just get it. You know. And I'll try not to think of anything. I mean, if I was traumatized, maybe I wouldn't want to be around things that give me that like flashback to like the imagery of the area or like listening to sounds that might trigger that trauma. I
Mm-hmm.
might want to stop doing those things or like whatever I was doing at the time. I might block from my mind or I'll throw those things out. Whatever things we used to do together, maybe I'll stop doing that for a while. Like if it was a sport that we used to play or like a song we used to listen to or like games, whatever. that stuff I probably wouldn't do for a while, because I would need to bury those memories for a while or grieve. But
Yeah.
that's an interesting way to do it. I mean, the shoes being made in Vietnam, so it's like
Who the
I
hell
don't
looking
want to
at
support
tags
them.
in today and age anyway? Like people see what they
It
want to
wasn't
get.
even it wasn't even on the shoe. Like I was struggling to find it on the shoe. I didn't even see it. I was like, usually it's at the bottom, but I think they took it off. I was like, okay. Like I looked at the bottom, like I don't know where the fuck this shit's made. I was like, some of them are made in Vietnam and some of them are made in Taiwan. Like, and some of the sizes are different because of that, which is weird as fuck. But what do you think, Denzel?
I think that's slow.
He's racist.
Nah, he racist. He's just traumatized. But I mean, that's his business. But I wouldn't. It's like that's what I want. So getting it. The fuck.
He said, "I think that's slow."
that's valid. I was really looking at this, man. I'm like, that's weird. Like, I don't think no matter what I go through, I can't sit here and like slight a whole country because of it. Because the people that probably made your fucking Crocs aren't the same people that were in the fucking war. How long ago was the Vietnam War?
I think that shit was in what, the 60s? Let's use the
60s,
internet.
late
Yep.
60s, early 70s.
Shit was a grip ago. Motherfuckers like, you're not American
1955.
enough. You're not American enough. You don't know the wars.
I don't remember.
1955. Damn.
I
So
think
if
I'm older.
he had to be fucking like 80 then. Shit.
He don't gotta worry about buying it for too much
This is
longer.
1955, November 1st, 1955 to April 30th, 1975.
This man Denzel. His car, the car he probably drove has probably parts from Viet. Like, if you're gonna do that shit, you gotta do that shit to the like nitty gritty. Like the fabrics of your jeans are probably imported from different places. The parts of your car are from different places. So it's like you can't, you gotta go tit for tat.
It's
This
like the
dog, bro.
highlight of the Vietnam War, or not the highlight, but the worst time was like the 68, 69. That's when it was at its most serious. And then I think in the 70s, like in 70 is when we started withdrawing troops.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, so 55 to 60 to 75. Wow, 20 years. It's incredible.
Shit. I don't even know the ins and outs of that shit. I just know
Yeah.
what
Rest in
Call of
peace.
Duty showed me. Rest in peace. I
You
am
are not
not.
doing good for this brand, this image, this platform, making us look goofy. So I just know what Call of Duty showed me. Oh,
That's
I
probably the
can
one.
already see it now. You snot nosed fucking kids. These kids don't even know what they're talking about. They're so disrespectful. They're
I
not true
don't mean no
Americans.
disrespect. It's like I hate that shit. Whenever I have an opposing opinion, people get offended on some shit. I was going through comments today for the fucking Yay video, still getting new comments. Why is he hating on a kid? Oh my god, the guy at the bottom is such a hater. It's like I told somebody, I'm like, yo, like just because my opinion is different from yours, I'm hating now. And then the other guy was like, oh my god, you're hating on a kid. I'm like, it's a fucking rap album. Do you want to hear kids on rap albums where these motherfuckers are talking about bitches and hoes and fuck this and that? Do you want that? And he was like, no, but there's no point in hating. I'm like, so I'm supposed to sit up here and not give my opinion on this and like the shit when I don't like it? That doesn't make any fucking sense. If I say something and you don't agree with it, don't get fucking mad. You're mad because I said something. You're pressed. Shut the fuck up and watch the goddamn video and watch the rest of it and see how that opinion changes. And at the beginning, yes, we were not liking that fucking album. And I'm like, did you even watch the whole video? No. You just didn't like the fact that I didn't, your favorite song didn't elicit a reaction from me that you would want to see. So now I'm a hater and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about and I'm mad and like, shut the fuck up. I like the album. I like every song on the goddamn album except the fucking one, the talking one and Hood Rat. But Hood Rat's kind of okay if we want to revisit that.
Hood rat.
But it's just like, damn. That's why I'm glad the Yeet video didn't come out because I would have been fucking fighting tooth and nail in that shit because we definitely did not like that album.
That was
If you want,
shit.
hey,
I
Patreon
don't care what
coming
nobody
soon.
says.
Patreon
Ass.
coming soon. If you want to see
Terrible.
that reaction, is there.
I don't know what these young hip hop digesters be listening to, but they was like, you listen to the Yeet album, or they said they listened to the reaction, or they watched the reaction, and they said that Terrell was hating. He was like, yeah, that one dude, like, he just fucking hating, bro. And they said the same shit about the Ye video. They was like, he be fucking hating. Two different people, Ye video and the what you call it. He's like, yeah, he just be hating. I don't know, like what's going on.
I'm a hater because I don't like some shit. So now I'm a hater. If I sit here and say it's not for me, I'm still hating. It's no matter what I say. If it's not, I like it, I'm hating. Which is such bullshit. And I'm not switching my stance on none of this shit. I'm going to keep doing this shit on every reaction. Y'all are going to hate the fuck out of me. I promise you. Because I'm
And
going to
then
give you
Josh
my
was
real
also
shit.
tweaking too when you said that. Well, he thought I forgot what he said because I think he looked he was in the Discord and he saw when you said For Your Eyes Only was better than Forest Hills Drive, or you said it was better than Born
Born
Sinner.
Sinner.
And he was like, nah, he tweaking. And then we listened to both albums at work and we was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what dude is going through. I was like, I don't know. He just be saying he has wild ass takes like that sometimes. Sometimes
I'll
they
stand on it
valid,
though.
but other times it's just goofy as shit. You can stand on it, it's still goofy. And I just be like, what is this man talking about?
I don't give a fuck. I do not care if motherfuckers find my takes goofy. I'm still standing on that shit. I'm not walking no shit back because everyone else doesn't like it. I don't give a fuck. I'm
I
gonna
respect
stand
that.
on my shit. The hell?
I respect that.
But real quick, we cannot go forward without speaking about Akira Toriyama, bruh. And it's right behind you. That's what reminded me of it. I have it here on my fucking notes, but I looked behind you and I was like, damn, bruh. Well, in between this episode and last episode,
Gotta laugh out of him.
the world fucking broke. And I promise you, bruh, I didn't there was not a single celebrity reaction or like death that elicited like I don't want to say I gave a fuck about, but I didn't cry about it. Like I wasn't like I was just like, damn. When Kobe died, I was like, damn, like Kobe's dead. Like Kobe's gone, like fuck. And then when Michael Jackson died, I was like, fuck, Michael Jackson's gone. And then even with like the rappers and all that, I'm like, just damn. You get what I'm saying? Like, not that I don't give a fuck, but it was just like they didn't resonate with me like that. Like they
Yeah,
didn't.
no, for
Kobe
real.
didn't really hold a special place in my heart like that. I respect him.
I was
Let
just
me
like,
say that.
wow.
I respect it. I was shocked though. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I remember where I was at too. I was at work.
I know where I was at.
I was at Kids Foot Locker. I was on my phone on the sales floor. I looked and I was like, Kobe died. I had texted my girl at the time. I'm like, Kobe's fucking dead. Like, what the fuck? So fucking random.
I was in Texas. I was in tech
But
school in Texas.
but this one, I was sitting here playing fucking Street Fighter. I was watching somebody stream who I haven't watched his stream. I used to watch his content like a lot back in the day, but he started playing Tekken, and I was just here bullshitting. So I was like, oh, let me look at his
Somebody
stream.
Afro send you?
Afro sends you, man. That's my boy.
It's crazy.
That's my fucking boy, man.
Crazy how I knew that, right, Denzel? Shit crazy.
How the fuck did you know that? What the fuck?
No idea. It's a wild guess.
I fuck with Afro. I've been fucking with Afro since his Naruto Storm 4 days.
Okay.
But I was watching his stream and like someone was like, Akira Toriyama died. And I was like, I looked at that shit and I was like, you shut the fuck up. Like, stop fucking playing. Like, don't come in here and fucking joking about that shit. And I went on Twitter and I was like, bruh, that shit killed my whole fucking vibe. Like, and then at first I was just like, damn, like Akira Toriyama's dead. Like, the creator of Dragon Ball is dead. And then the more I like sat here and thought about it, then I went on TikTok. I promise you, bro. Like those 2 days after that, I was crying, bro. Anytime that I seen anything related to that shit, I cried, bro. Cause I thought about it, I was like, damn, like Dragon Ball Z really put me on the anime. First and foremost, there's so many like scenes in that shit that like sit with me. Like I really, as a kid, I really was like, yo, I'm Gohan for real. Like, you know, when you have your group of friends, you like, oh, I'm this character, I'm that character. I was like, yeah, I'm Gohan. Any Dragon Ball Z game, Teen Gohan, Super Saiyan 2, I was picking him. Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite saga because he doesn't call his shit arcs. He calls them shit sagas. That is my favorite saga.
Interesting.
And it's one of my favorite fucking animes. Honestly, you see the fucking they don't see you, but my icon for Discord is Goku. It was Goku when I first made it, and then I switched it a bunch of times. My fucking personal YouTube channel and my Twitch have Goku as the fucking profile picture. So it's just like that shit. And it's just like if I could pick a way to go, it would be like that. Like not what he suffered, but like to have that much influence and impact on the world. You have people that I didn't even know gave a fuck about Dragon Ball Z talking about R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. I was like, there's news outlets, the Chinese government, there's fucking basketball players, content creators, everyone's saying R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. The Weeknd was posting Dragon Ball Z shit with sad faces. I was like, bro, this man had a huge impact on everything, on pop culture, on everything. Your favorite anime got inspired by fucking
Movies,
Dragon Ball Z.
cartoons,
Everything.
music.
That
Yeah,
shit is everywhere. Your favorite game, Street Fighter. I was like, I'm waiting for Street Fighter to put something out. They put something out. I was like, okay, bet.
yeah.
Because that
There's
Hadouken.
references everywhere.
Yep.
And
So I was
Powerpuff
like, bro.
Girls is a reference.
And
Fairly
is
Odd
it
Parents is a reference.
Gumball?
Is a cameo. Yeah, The Amazing World of Gumball. There's a bunch of them. A bunch of references.
That
There's a
shit
bunch of
is wild,
cameos.
bro.
Yes, it's so huge. It's so it was like his culture or the culture that Dragon Ball created for just pop like media is insane. Like everybody knows what the fuck Goku is. Like your 60-year-old mama know who Goku is. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's insane. Like you like that orange and blue with the spiky black hair is iconic. That big ass symbol on the back. Dragon Balls everywhere. Like it's huge. You know, it's hard to skip. Even if you weren't a fan of anime, like you know what the hell that is. I went to this special place. It's called Collie Square with my girlfriend, and me and Brittany was in there, and like it's like a little private shopping outlet center where it has like a big fountain, a bunch of stones and stuff. And like, look, it's really nice. It's really nice. Kind of. I don't even know how to describe it. But it's a nice place, and there was this dude in there. He was selling like a bunch of soaps, like bar soaps that he made and fragrances by hand. And he saw my shirt, and on my shirt I had this shirt that I got from Foot Action before they closed. R.I.P. Foot Action,
Damn.
before they got rid of them shits. But from Foot Action, it was all black, and it had Goku and Vegeta on it, and they were like little chibi form, and they were like fighting, but they were blue. You know, it was like
Yeah.
Super Saiyan blue. And it said some shit in Japanese, but then it said, Dragon Ball Super. And he was like, I like your shirt. I like Dragon Ball. So I'm going to give you a deal. Buy one, get one free for this.
Oh,
And we bought
damn.
like some soap. And I was like, bro, this man was probably 50 years old. He had a son and his wife in there. And he had a heavy accent. So it just goes to show you the reach on these things. I'm wearing a fucking Dragon Ball shirt right now, matter of fact. Hold on.
It's Goku Black. Yo, look at that back though. Damn. The gains.
Wide.
Yo, and then shoot the whole shit.
My fault. But yeah, I be forgetting like how impactful it is. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
there's stuff like we say to this day that like is referencing the shows, and I know it hit Charles hard too. I know it
Damn, I
did,
haven't
bro.
even talked to Charles, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, we have a friend named Charles. He loves Dragon Ball and anime, like loves it. You know, so I could already tell that he was just. I didn't really watch it as much growing up because it just was hard to follow because I think they showed it on Nick and they showed it on Toonami, right?
Yeah, they had Dragon Ball Z Kai, and then they had the OG Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, so it's just like hard to watch because I don't know what I feel like I was always either outside or playing games. So it was like hard to watch. And then late at night, we was playing games. So
Yeah.
So it was hard to watch it. But when I did, like when I started getting a little bit older, I was like, oh shit. And I watched a little bit of Super, but I could appreciate it. It is sad. I wonder what this means for the series.
Well, he did have someone that was working under him, kind of like his he's been drawing out all of Super. So if you notice, Z and Super do look different artistic wise. Obviously, like the animation gets better, but I think his name is Toyotaro. I think it's like his kind of like his protege. And yeah, he's drawing Super. I mean, he's been drawing the manga. It's just been Toriyama's ideas, but I know. I think yesterday came out that it wasn't the hematoma that he died from, like the bleeding in his brain. He had a brain tumor, and he's known
Oh
about it for
wow.
like a couple years.
So he
Um,
just couldn't do anything about it because it's in his brain. Right.
yep. But it is kind of crazy how like people were saying this. I don't know how true it is that he was born in the year of the goat, but this is the year of the dragon. And it's kind of crazy that he passed in the year of the dragon, and that his next series, and I feel so bad about it because like when he announced that Dragon Ball Daima is coming out, which is kind of like it's kind of like a joke, kind of like it's not too serious. It's not canon to the manga, but it's just like there's magic involved, and all the characters get turned into kids, and it's like it goes from there. I when that shit came out, I was shitting on that shit so bad to like my friend at work who like was a big fan of Dragon Ball too. And I was like, bro, like why the fuck is he doing this? Like, but it's crazy how like that's the last project he worked on, and his first project or his first animation was Dragon Ball, and it's just like Goku's a kid, and now Goku's gonna be a kid again, and that's releasing I think in the fall of this year. So I'll watch it. Like I'll have a new respect for it now. And seeing that he was so excited for it, it's just like okay, like I gotta check it out like for what it is. But his story is kind of crazy too because like Dragon Ball wasn't his first manga or
Mhm.
like his first thing that he worked on. He worked on like 10 different mangas and they all got shut down. At first he wasn't even at first he was doing manga just to make like a quick buck for like this I think for Shonen Jump, one of these magazines or these
Mm.
articles he was doing it for. And it started picking up steam and then everything else was getting shut down left and right and then he made Dragon Ball. Well, Dr. Slump came first, which is one of the characters was actually in a fucking filler episode of Dragon Ball Super, which is funny. But yeah, Dragon Ball wasn't his first thing. So I took that and I was like, bro, like you just gotta keep going, man. You gotta keep trying, keep switching up the ideas. Something that will eventually fucking stick. Shit, we seen it here. We did
Mhm.
gaming videos. We did just a podcast. Now we see, okay, the music reactions are sticking. So it's just like, you
That's
know
what
what I'm
we're
saying?
rolling
Just
with for right now.
don't give up. You know what I'm saying? And even if this shit keeps rolling, it's just like we always gotta keep that other idea in the back. You know what I'm saying? So Denzel, what are your thoughts on Akira Toriyama and his sudden passing at 68?
I mean, R.I.P. to Toriyama, you know. Dragon Ball Z wasn't my first anime, but it was one that I liked a lot. I watched the whole thing all the way to the Boo saga. Um, Watched a little bit of Super. I really just watched the movies, but
Movies of
definitely
fire.
lots of respect, especially growing up in the days where you watch Dragon Ball Z. You had to hide that shit. You had to
Yeah,
hide the books, or if
because she
you
was a
watch the
fucking
show,
nerd. Yep.
right? The shit you can't say nothing about it. Now it's like everybody, 50-year-old dude talk about Dragon Ball because that shit lit, bro. It was good
That's
as
just
fuck.
fire.
Hmm.
And the characters had drip. The fuck Toriyama knew how to put that shit on a fucking character, man. Look at
But
Trunks.
Trunks. Oh my
When
god.
Trunks first came up, bro, when that first episode where he boxed the fuck out of Frieza, Mecha Frieza,
Slash the
and he
fuck
was
out of his
sitting
stupid
there
ass.
and he was like, Goku, can you go Super Saiyan at will? And Goku does it, and he was like, now what? He was like, well, we'll both be Super Saiyans. And he turned Super Saiyan like it was nothing. I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And he had that shit on. His fit was fire as fuck. The little crop denim jacket, the
Yeah.
capsule with the fucking pants and the yellow. I was like, look at this motherfucker stepping with the sword. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
fair. He
even
did make characters look clean.
Goku with his yard rat fit in that same scene. I was like, look at Goku. Look at Goku with a different drip. What the
They just
fuck?
look like they was on fucking timing, bro. Like the way those motherfuckers would be looking, like they be standing, they just be like, you know how they be with the eyes low and then the big ass eyebrows,
Yep.
and they be having the strong ass necks all chiseled and shit. They be standing like this. They just be squatting. That shit is crazy as fuck. They just be on timing, like, oh my god. And then bro, do you know how many grown ass men were influenced by that show to fucking work out?
I heard,
Do
bro.
y'all understand? It's so many people that would not be working out today and would not have YouTube channels. Bro, it's a whole YouTube channel. It's a whole YouTube channel called Goku Flex. And I don't know how many subscribers this dude has. I'm about to figure it out right now. But then his whole channel started from that. And he's a grown ass dude. It's an Asian dude, grown as hell. 831,000 subscribers.
Ooh,
He dropped a video 1 day ago. It's called Dragon Ball Workout and Memories. R.I.P. Toriyama. Bro, there's this dude named Jax Blade. He's a kind of nerdy dude too, but he's like in super great shape. And he is a what do you call it? He's a thing. I'm not gonna say it's a skit, but he is like a series of videos called Tough Like the Tunes, where he trains like the characters from cartoons and anime. And
yeah,
he is 631,000 subscribers. So he's done like Baki workouts. He says like with this training work in real life, he's done like one punch man workouts. And he says like, how did the Saiyans get so big and jacked, with only calisthenic training? And he talked about how they use, all this times gravity, you know what I'm saying? A hyperbolic time chamber, how they use
yep,
extra resistance. So it's like they're using resistance. It's just so much. There's so much about this stuff. It just had a huge influence everywhere, bro.
facts.
So many different influences.
And y'all lying like shit if y'all said y'all didn't try to do a Kamehameha or try to go Super Saiyan in your room for the one time. Because I definitely had. I was like, oh shit. And that's the longest, I think that's one of the longest fight scenes in anime history, I think, is Frieza and Goku.
Oh
For
no,
good
wasn't they
reason.
fighting for like 4 or 5 episodes or something?
I think it was longer than that. They were fighting for a while. I'm gonna watch it because I'm watching Dragon Ball now. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't, as big as a Dragon Ball Z fan I am, I have not watched Dragon Ball in its entirety. I've caught like a couple of episodes because by the time I was like a kid and I could comprehend what the fuck was on the goddamn screen, it was already, well, Dragon Ball Z was already done by the time I was born, damn
Yeah.
near. But when they were re-airing it, and I was catching it on Toonami, it was just like we're talking about Dragon Ball Z, like I think you'll catch Dragon Ball like the middle of the night type shit. So now I'm like, all right, let me just go back and do my fucking homework. I might not rewatch Super though, because I kind of already, it's kind of too
Mm-hmm.
fresh for me. Um, but I can't wait for and people are talking about the future of like they can't wait for the next season. I wouldn't even mind if they just stopped, never put out another fucking Super uh manga, anime, whatever. I'll be fine with them leaving it as it is. He won the tournament of power. That's it. I know the manga keeps going. There's like 2, 3 more arcs after, but I wouldn't be take your time with it. If he's gonna do it, take your time with it. Um, no need to rush that shit because and his family said they're not gonna say anything, don't interview them, none of that. I think that they already did the funeral too. So it's a sad time, man. I had texted Khalil. I was like, yo, Akira Toriyama died. He was like, no way. And I sent him the article, and he was like, fuck,
Damn.
bro. I was like,
Damn.
yep. We got to get the game though. We're gonna get the game.
Again.
Uh, it's called Sparking Zero, but it's Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
Oh yeah.
We all got to get that shit. That's one fighting game I'll play with you, Rod. We can play Sparking Zero.
Exactly, Terrell. I mean, Denzel, you see what the fucking time? Come on now,
We
bro.
can box in that. But pushing the needle forward. We do have other topics on the ship. You guys want to get to that too? Um,
What
if
time
y'all
are we
want,
at?
if not, I have something loaded.
I want to say something though, like about the cartoon stuff. I think
Bet.
if Avatar had as much, I think if it had as many episodes and like different villains that Dragon Ball had, I think it would have the same kind of influence. To be honest, not
I
to not
can.
to disrespect Dragon Ball, not to
Mhm.
disrespect it, but I really think that Avatar would have had a huge influence on people too.
I am invested in that series as well. As much as
Avatar.
Yeah.
I shut on Korra, as much as I shut on Korra and all that, I've watched all of Korra. I've watched. I was rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender recently. I didn't finish it though. I stopped right where fucking they were talking about losing Appa when Appa got kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop it right here because that shit gets a little emotional. I'm like, yeah, stop it right there. I don't need to see someone's pet get taken. But Avatar has a huge fucking fan base, bro. I still haven't watched the live action uh series yet,
I
but
tried to today. That shit was ass.
I heard it
I
was
watched.
ass.
I watched like 20 seconds to be honest, and I turned that shit off. I was like, I'll watch this some other time. I can't sit through this because I don't want to watch like an actual little kid play Aang, bro. Even though that's like what he was, I couldn't do it. I was
Live
like, I'm
action's
good.
not it, and that shit got renewed for 2 more seasons. By the way, 2 more fucking seasons of that shit. Netflix needs to stop doing live action shit because it does not fucking work. The Death Note shit didn't fucking hit. The fucking what else they did? They did Cowboy Bebop too, right? Didn't hit.
Ghost
Yes,
in the
yes.
Shell didn't
Ghost
hit.
in the
Didn't hit.
Shell didn't fucking hit. What else they did
See
recently?
you Hakusho,
Netflix.
right?
Yu Yu Hakusho didn't hit as well.
Mm.
It had me for the first episode. I was like, oh shit, this shit about to be fire. Then the next 4 episodes, this shit was only 5 episodes. 4 episodes later, I was like, yeah, this shit's cooked. You can't even do another season. You took the first 3 arcs and put them in 5 episodes. I was like, you can't do anything else. What else are you gonna do? The last arc, and you're gonna have to stretch that? No, bro. It's done. It's cooked. Tagoro's dead in the fucking live action.
Yep,
Sorry to break it to you. He's dead already. Like, what the fuck? And you already
it's done.
you get introduced to his team in episode like 4. Like, that's dark tournament shit. That's like episode like 50. What the fuck are we doing? He just met Hiei and Karama. What the fuck are we doing? But they did another live action something, and I was like, bro, no, this shit fucking works, bro. Like the time, I'm glad they gave us the timeline for the Avatar series going forward, which they been should have did this. But next year is when we get the anime. I think it's a film of adult Aang and his crew and all that shit.
Mm.
And I think after that we
Yeah.
get another animated series with the Avatar that follows Korra, which is an Earthbender. Which would be interesting.
Finally,
Yes.
that shit. I forgot what that martial art like. What? Because you know every style of bending is based on a martial art. I
Yeah.
forgot what it's based on, but that's gonna be interesting to see. Very interesting to see because
Yeah.
people sleep on earthbending so much.
Yeah. She
They
might get
think
my
Toph was the
respect.
realest.
He,
I ain't
she,
gonna lie,
they, them.
Toph was the it's probably gonna be like
Top was probably the
a
strongest
a
character in that
gender
show. I ain't
neutral.
even gonna hold you.
Toph
It's
had
probably gonna
to.
be
Everybody need a Toph on their team. Like you had Toph. You
But
stepping
I'm not
on
gonna
shit
lie.
literally.
If we had a Toph in this group, we would be unstoppable. I'm just telling you that. Toph had everything, bro. I was looking back at that and I was like, bro, she was really blind. Her ass was young as shit.
Yep.
She had seismic sense, so she could see everything, feel
Yep.
the vibrations and everything. She knew when a motherfucker was lying, cause she could tell the fucking heart rate had changed in their body. Think about
Yep.
that shit for a second. She was the first person to bend metal, could not see
Mm.
the shit. She didn't have to touch metal. She could bend metal from being away from it by simply taking the minerals. How did she even notice she was metal? Like, oh my god, she was just insane. She could sand bend. At first she couldn't. She was like everything feels all fuzzy. It's blinding. And then after like a week, her ass built a fucking a replica of Ba Sing Se. Nigga using sand. A replica of the whole city. She's blind. How's she doing that? Like, she's insane, bro. Toph
That
is
shit,
insane.
the depth that they go in, it's like now every bending has like a sub element, which we knew that from the jump, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like the airbenders had the flight, they had spiritual projection, and
Mm-hmm.
then they had he had something else. Oh my fucking god, I forgot what it is.
I think that's it, bro.
No, each one has 3. Each element has 3 sub element, like sub bendings under them. So pull up a list.
Okay, well, for what was the one for Earth? It was metal, right?
Metal,
Was it
lava.
okay? Yeah, lava. Was it? Is seismic sense one of them? That's not.
I don't think so. I think there's another one that I'm fucking missing too. Fire had lightning, combustion, and then something else. And then
But
water
I
had,
think they all have two.
I
Hold
thought
on,
they
let me
all
see.
had 3.
You
Let's
gotta
fucking see.
the internet sub bending. Okay, so I'm looking at them. Yeah, you're right. They all have 3. So, damn, this is hard to see. So with Earth, it's sand, lava, metal.
Okay.
With fire, it's lightning, combustion, and what the hell is this? Hold on, bro. I'm sorry.
You good.
Redirection.
Oh, redirecting the
So like
lightning?
water bit. Like okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Then with air, it's speed projection, temperature regulation, and
Temperature
flight.
regulation. That's right.
And then you know what it is for water. Spirit bending, healing, and blood bending.
Mm. I thought about it and I rewatched like a scene when Aang was in the fucking the North Pole. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, Jit he has no jacket on. He just has his regular fucking shit. And I was like, oh shit. He is
You ain't
regulating
know.
his fucking temperature.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I was like,
fire.
oh fuck. And I thought like that spiritual projection shit, I thought that was just something the Avatar can do, but then I forgot his grandchild was doing that shit in
Janora.
Korra. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she was better at that shit too.
Oh yeah. You
Because
see she was
once she,
walking the library.
yeah,
She was walking
yeah, bro, that show is just crazy. There's so many little details. Now, of course, I don't read like the manga or the comics, whatever, like the books, but it's just so many little details they have in the show. Like, and then the spirit bending, I didn't even catch that the first time I watched it. Like, that this motherfucker, the waterbender, was bending spirits, bruh. And
yeah.
I didn't realize either that Amon was blood bending
Oh
without the
yeah.
use of a full moon. Like, how can that
Jit
shit's
was cooking. Jit was cooking. I ain't gonna lie though. This is the one thing I will say. That shit there, and he was taking people's bending away too. Which is crazy because we only seen Aang do that shit. But the fact that he took Korra's bending away, took her bending away, and now she's like, "Oh shit, I can airbend." Oh, that's plot armor as fuck.
Yeah, that's so wild.
That's plot armor as shit. Because this man just said, "I took your bending away." I understand maybe that fucking thing wasn't unlocked in her, but like
Yeah,
the fact that you just went like this and then air started coming out after he stripped your shit, I was like, okay,
yeah.
a little
So
plot
was
armor there.
did she try to punch or was she trying to get him away?
She was trying to get him away, I think. So she was
That's probably
scared as
why.
fuck. And then she
Yeah,
just did it. And I was like, okay.
because it's like isn't it like the element of defense and evasiveness or something like that?
Some shit like
That's
that.
probably why she was able to. But still, yeah, it is kind of dumb. I think it's insane how he was able to take the bending away without doing the whole like spiritual projection or a spiritual thing, corruption shit that Aang did. That
Yeah.
was insane. That had me scared too. Cause that man Ozai almost took him over. I think he had like a tiny little circle of blue. It was like this big, a blue, in his eyeball, and I was like, yeah, he's clapped. It's over with. Like, everything's red and ain't no blue. You don't see nothing. And then
Yeah.
he was like, and then all of a sudden he looked forward and everything turned blue. His eyes started glowing. I was like, oh yeah, it's over with.
Put that thumb on his head. Was like, yep, give me that shit.
Yeah,
Give me that shit. Yep.
that's just funny. And Amon is just striking people, their cheat
Yep.
points and taking their bending away. It's like, damn.
Yep.
Eh,
I
that's
can't
just
wait. I
dumb.
can't wait for the animated series next year. Definitely we're gonna wrap on it. Definitely
Yeah,
gonna go
it's
see
gonna be
that
fire.
shit.
Yeah.
Well shit. Let me ask y'all this before we get into anything else. And this might be the last thing. Damn. Um, do y'all believe in destiny, or do you believe like your actions kind of like dictate the rest of your life, or you think you have a predestined path that you're walking along?
Um. Dang, this is a good question because I feel like it can be an innate thing, almost like I don't believe in destiny per se because definitely all your choices and actions shape your life, right? If you choose to hang out with certain people, then your life is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? If you
Mm,
choose to take part in certain hobbies, your life is just going to be different because it's going to shape your personality. It's going to shape the way you speak, the way you talk. Like everything that you do has an effect on what you are. But I do think that your personality is like you have a certain type of framework to your personality before you start adding all these other things that you do to your personality and these people that you meet. So I think eventually like you'll find your way back to that goal. So for
mm-hmm.
example, like say if um I don't know, like I like video games and stuff, so I'm playing video games, but like and then in the back of my head, like as a kid, like I always wanted to be like the best at this sport, like the best at this. At some time in my life, I'm gonna get really good at it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just something that's
Yeah.
like a passion of mine. It's something I'm passionate about. So eventually, like that's gonna come. I might not be like a basketball player or something like that, or like go to the league like how I wanted to, but I will get really good at it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think really it's like your actions ultimately that shape what you become and like what you do. You think you just
Denzel.
like you getting strung along by a puppet
Uh-huh.
master? You know
I
what I'm saying?
mean, I think it's a little bit of both,
Mhm.
honestly. I think you do have something that you're supposed to do while you're here. And I think no matter how far away you stray from that path, something will eventually bring your ass right back to it. Like, for example, this shit. Like, I wanted to be a YouTuber as a fucking kid. I'm talking about like 09, 08, when I was watching motherfuckers do like Call of Duty videos, and I was like, I could do this shit. I'm good at Call of Duty type shit. And I was like, okay. And then that shit just went away. And then here we are right now, like back on the YouTube shit. And even this goes back to like the butterfly effect shit almost. But like I met Rod at like in like 2016, 2017,
Mhm.
and we're cool as fuck. I left the store and then I would talk to Rod every now and then. And there was a period of time where me and Rod were just not talking. Like we followed each other on Instagram, we just weren't talking like that. And then that's when I tuned into your stream in like 2021. And then here we are now with the fucking podcast. And it was off the random shit. I just seen Rod's Instagram story that he was live on Twitch, and I was like, oh, let me just jump in here and like fuck it. Like I'm not doing anything else. Let me just jump in this man's stream. And then bam, PC, Discord, Denzel's back again. There's a period of time where I wasn't talking to Denzel either. I had talked to Denzel on fucking Fortnite. And here we are again. Look at that. I wouldn't even imagine Denzel being back here after us not playing Fortnite, or we were playing Fortnite for that brief period. I didn't think I was going to talk to Denzel again after that. Here we are. Like, so it's just like, and
Mhm.
there's so many things that I like, because I do like pay attention to the shit around me. So it's just like, and when I reflect on things, I kind of like connect shit, because it's crazy how you can do it. Like,
Mhm.
it's crazy how much things connect when you look in hindsight. But I like the shit with the guy that inspired me to do a fucking podcast, follow me on Twitter, all that shit. It's like there's no way that I'm not supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Like there's no physical, like I refuse to believe that shit. There's too many coincidences that point me in this direction for me to walk the other way and do something else. Whether this shit hits or not, whether this shit always gets 10 views or not, it's just like I'm gonna just keep doing it because it's gonna work out. It has to. Like there's no fucking way. But yeah, that's what I think about. I think it's just a little bit of both, but I feel like you do have something that you're supposed to do on this planet while you're here.
Mhm.
Denzel, what do you think? A deep
I think
question, I
it's
know.
neither. I think you just do what you want to do, and it's all about timing. That's what everything's about. Is timing. It's timing. You do it at the
I
right
like
time.
that.
It sees the right people, then go up. There's a lot of people that's out there that proves this fact. For example, Catch Me Outside. Um,
Danielle
who else?
Bergoli.
Yeah, her. Um, a bunch of rappers like Blueface, for example, caught the right eye. He was trying to rap because you seen what he was rapping like. Cardi, Cardi was rapping hella different when he first came out. So I saw it. He went from there. You gonna talk about what he is today. But yeah, what he was, yeah, for the vampire shit. Um, yeah, I think it's just you just pick something that you want to do, and then you keep going, and then it's just timing. And if you're always doing it, then you'll just hit that mark because you'll be doing it.
I like
That's
it.
me.
I like it. It's more free will, consistency, hard work pays off
Yeah.
type energy.
What Lil Tecca said, when you've been working, it ain't about the pay. He's on time, man.
That's funny as shit.
Whoa,
Little
why?
Tekka.
Damn.
Tekka.
We didn't think he'd be around as much as. Well, I didn't think he'd be
I
around
didn't
as
think
much
so
as he
either.
is. Yeah, he
After
lasted.
that,
Ransom.
I got Ransom.
That shit. That song's hard as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even to this day,
To this
it's
day.
fire. You gotta listen to the remix though, with Juice World on it. Juice
To this
World
day. I heard it.
put the bow on that bit.
I was with somebody who played that. She's like, I like the remix better. And I was like, huh, I like the original version better. I'm
I
sorry,
like my original life better.
I'm not the biggest Juice World fan. I'm sorry. Like, it's not hate. I respect I like some of his songs, but I'm just not the biggest Juice World fan. Like, he's good at freestyling. I like his freestyles. Not saying that his songs are ass. I hate that I have to preference what the fuck I'm saying. Like, I have to fucking give a goddamn disclaimer.
I mean, people are
Man,
gonna want to know the details of what you mean, like to understand you anyway.
take it how it sounds, goddamn it.
That's part of the conversation. I think that's part of any conversation. Like,
I
in order
don't
for,
I don't have
but
no ill will towards anybody though. Like, well, they don't know that.
we're not saying that you do. I'm just saying like people are gonna like, especially if it's just comments. Like, it's however they perceive it is how they gonna speak on it. Like, obviously they don't know what you mean unless you clarify stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You're
That's
right.
why like people want to know like what you mean because everybody understands something a certain way. So like when you say something, I'm just like, oh, what you mean by that? Or like, why don't you like it? Like, is it something that rubbed you the wrong way? Is it just not your style of music?
I
Like,
guess
you
you gotta
not like
expound
he
more.
drags his music? You know what I'm saying? And then it's always something like how I don't listen to Ye like that. Like I don't. He's not really like my kind of artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I like some of the stuff that he does. Besides his, like I like.
That video's still getting done. That video is still getting done. I know it's been on. I know we haven't dropped anything in a while, and that's because the Ye video is still getting traction. So I kind of just want to let it fade out before we do anything else. But that video is still gonna happen. My beautiful dark twisted fantasy.
Weak ass shit.
That shit
Anyway,
is not weak.
anyway, yeah. So people are gonna ask. They're gonna be like, "Oh, why don't you like Juice WRLD when he literally is probably one of the best new rappers to come out, like one of the most talented artists or modern artists that we had."
It's just his music doesn't stick with me. Like, I can't. That's the thing though. When it comes to music, that's all preference. Like, that's just what you. If I don't like his sound, I can't expand why. It's just I don't. It doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't sit with me.
Same.
Like, it is what it is. I just don't like it. But I can appreciate his freestyling ability. Like, he could freestyle forever. I tuned into his freestyles, and there's songs that he's done that I like. Besides the fucking the lucid dreams and the all girls are the same. The Let Me Know freestyle, that's just fire. The song he has with Young Thug, that song is fucking fire.
Oh God, that's all.
Nah, oh my god, what is it called? It's on my fucking phone. Hey man,
Oh God is fire too.
I haven't heard that one. Juice World, Young Thug, Bad Boy.
Never heard it.
Bad Boy is fucking fire. And that's when fucking Thug was talking about Lucci.
Wait, have you heard what's the name of the song? I think it's unreleased, but I think it's called What's Next. Is it called What's Next? No, that's Drake's song.
That's Drake's song.
It's like off a couple beans, maybe a couple lean, beat the
Nah, I haven't heard
Sprite
that.
up, gonna make it bleed. That song's hard as fuck. I gotta figure out what the name of that song is. You need to hear that shit. I think you'll fuck with that song. When I listen to Bad Boy.
But I try to listen. I try to listen to all these artists. I try to get into like what's popping still, like what the newer artists that are coming up, the next generational artists. I try to fuck with it. You get what I'm saying? Some of it sticks. Like some Yeet songs stick with me. That's why I was excited to listen to this fucking project. And the only song I come back listening to, I don't even listen to the Drake or Wayne one or the Future one. I listen to Team CEO. The one I was like, oh yeah, this beat is fucking fire. Like, who produced this shit? I go back to that one. But like, there's shit that sticks, but I'm not gonna like all of it. And I don't even like all of the J. Cole shit. I don't like all the Drake shit. I don't like all the Kendrick shit. There's Kendrick songs that I don't like. I don't listen to. Like
what the fuck was he doing?
on his best albums, there's songs that I don't necessarily like. I can appreciate them, but I just don't care for them. Like I don't
Oh, the
like
song's
Real.
called. Oh, what else? By the way, sorry.
What else? I don't like
Yeah.
Real on Good Kid, Mad City. I don't like that song, and I don't like Good Kid. Hot
Good.
take, maybe. I don't. I just don't like those songs.
I don't like. I don't think I like Good Kid either. I don't even know that song. I like Real though. I love that song actually.
I'm real. Like I can sing it, but I just don't like that
I'm
song.
really, really real.
Does it take away from the album for me? No, but it's just like I just don't listen to that song. I don't like it. But when we put Denzel onto music, when he feels a little bit better, that'll probably be the album that we do. It's Good Kid. We'll listen to it. We're about to get monetized on this shit. So the reactions might get cut up a little bit different for our paychecks. I think the only videos right now that can get monetized are these podcast episodes. So soon you'll start getting ads on these shits. I'm gonna place one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. That's it. That's all y'all get. I'm not gonna spam every 5 minutes y'all get in the ad. We're gonna do it beginning, middle, end. Because I hate watching videos that have an ad every fucking 3 seconds. My streams are like that.
Got to use the tech, the rod tech. Them just be working. 3 ads, 3 windows. That's the trick.
But
They don't all get hit with ads.
But we're still gonna do music reactions, bro. Even with the monetization, we'll just have to find something that avoids copyright that can also stick, which will probably be the other reactions that we're gonna do that Rod has in his mind that he's been wanting us to do, and we haven't done one since the first. We'll drop it in the fucking comment section. I'll make sure it's there. But yeah, man, that's episode 108. See, I like this one, even though there's still topics that we could talk about, but we don't want to push this any further unless y'all really want to keep rapping. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm chilling. That's something I wanted to say to y'all, but I forgot what it was. So,
Nothing in the chat you want to say that you want to talk about?
it's probably gonna go down a path that is going to be long and dark. But
We'll
about
give
that,
it. We'll give it like 20, maybe 15. A good 15 minutes of conversation, maybe.
all right, that fat dude that killed his wife on video.
I seen the video like an hour or two before you even sent it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like, but I didn't. I don't know the backstory behind it. I just know that she cheated and he shot her.
He was like, "Oh, I hope it was worth it" on the video. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure he killed her, and he got 10 years in jail.
10
Got
years is
10
crazy.
years.
I don't think
10
10 years
years.
is enough. Like you gotta. That's murder. Like you
10
gotta
years
just
is
go for.
absolutely insane.
You gotta go 25 to life, right? For
What state
murder.
is it? What state was that in?
Texas.
That's surprising. Should be capital murder. The fuck?
It was in Texas,
Ain't
and
that where TK got
he's
locked up
on.
at for capital murder?
And the
So
craziest thing about it is that I think it was like a board of women too. Like the jury was all women. It was all female.
Interesting.
That's insane, bro.
10
I
years.
mean,
They
like
say like it was a crime of passion, but still, like, what the fuck?
that doesn't justify that. Like
You
she
killed, like,
cheated
you thought
and you
about it
killed
for a
her.
while. Like,
Like
you had to, your fat ass was on camera
with your meat
with the
out.
gun, painted, like, pointing the shit at her, just aiming it, stumbling already. Look like your heart about to give out. Breathing hard as shit down the barrel of that shotgun. I hope it was worth it. And then you killed her. Like, now your kid's growing up without parents. Dumbass.
Yeah, without both of them, goofy ass. Like I
So
feel
dumb.
like when emotions run high like that, motherfuckers don't think straight. And I think he was just hurt and was just like, fuck it. But I'm not shooting him bail, by the way. But it's just like, bro, you killed the mother of your kids, ruined their lives. God knows how old they are. Man, if they're young, oh yeah.
You
That's
gonna
fuck. You're
feel it.
not daddy no more. You're not dad no more. You don't have a new dad.
They're teenagers, I believe.
You're whatever your first
Still,
name of your government is.
do you think your kids are gonna forgive you for that? Even if their mom was cheating, it's just like your kids are probably gonna hate you. You're sitting behind jail, and motherfuckers in jail can easily find out why the fuck you are in there. they can find that shit out with
They
the
ain't asking you for your
quickies.
paperwork no more. They're getting
They'll
straight to
find
beating your
it.
ass.
They'll get it somehow, some way. They got the connects. They'll get it. And
Okay, so let me give the details real quick before we continue.
go ahead.
So it says that this man said, "All right, goodbye. You're going to meet Jesus."
Oh
He
fuck
said that
no.
before he shot her 3 times. But so I guess this was a while ago, but it was just trending on Twitter. It
Mm,
was in 2021, but still said the two argued for about a half an hour before the tempers escalated. Right?
mm-hmm.
Says the teenage daughter Olivia was in school at the time, and in the video he said, "I hope it was worth it. I'm done. I'm fucking done." Then yeah, on March 5th, 2024, an all-female jury sentenced Birmingham. He pleaded guilty to the crime, resulting in only a 10-year sentence. He's also fined $5,000 and will be eligible for parole in 5 years.
For what? He just shot his fucking wife 3 times. It
And
didn't say she had a gun on her. It didn't say she was threatening him. She was holding the fucking phone, and then he shot. How the fuck you only get 10 years for that? What the fuck? Aren't there people going to jail longer for having weed on them still? Denzel, correct me if I'm wrong.
for all kinds of things.
In some states.
It's like, bro, what the fuck? This man killed the person because she cheated on him. Like, granted, and I know how the internet is and how some people are. Well, you don't know what she could have said something. She could have been holding something. She shouldn't have cheated. It's like
It was on video
obviously
that she wasn't holding shit.
she shouldn't have cheated. But does that justify her death? Like, no. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And maybe other things, like, obviously divorce, maybe backlash, maybe public shaming or something. Isn't adultery a crime
I
also?
don't
Or
know.
I don't think it is, actually. I think it's only a crime when
I think it's a sin. It's a
yes,
sin.
I think it's only a crime when you're in the military and other things. I know if
You
you're in the
can't cheat in the
military,
military.
no, it's a
What the
crime.
fuck?
You
What the
cheat,
fuck?
you commit adultery in the military is most definitely a crime.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
I think it is because your spouse gets all your assets
Ah, okay. Okay.
also. So it's like,
It's a different ball game.
yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, well, fuck. Someone's gonna fucking hurt that man in jail. I'm not wishing it, but just calling a spade a spade. Someone's not gonna like that shit. And with his unathletic ass, yeah, he ain't
I
gonna
mean,
make
look
it
at
long.
how he looked too. That man, ugh, man's
Yeah,
disgusting.
nasty as
Like
shit.
a
His
sack
wife
of
was
fucking
his wife was
potatoes.
probably beautiful. Tell me how it
She's,
goes.
she looked better than him. He's all right. She looked
Well,
much
shit.
better than him.
One more thing before we wrap the episode. The bill got passed. Well, it's going to the House or the Senate. My fault. It passed the House. It's going to the Senate for TikTok to get banned in America. And Joe Biden was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna if the bill gets to my desk, I'm gonna sign it, but I'm still gonna use TikTok." How the fuck? How the fuck? How? What? So I was saying that shit last episode.
If I go into the
What?
dark
We're talking
web to
about
look
the
at the real TikTok.
we're talking about the Donald Trump shoes, and I was like, what? Yeah, he said he was gonna still use it. So I'm like, but I don't think like, okay, I don't know shit about politics. I'll say that. But isn't us like aren't we like us banning social media platforms and saying what platforms we can and can't use? They said they don't want TikTok on here because most people under 30 are going there for their news versus actual news stations. Like it's not a real reason behind. We had the creator, the CEO of TikTok come out and say what's being done and what isn't cuz the whole thing started with like the Chinese government. They don't want them to have our data. Like they don't already have our data to begin with. Like the world doesn't already have our data. The amount of times that fucking T-Mobile gets hacked, your PlayStation network gets hacked, all this shit gets hacked and your information's out there. But I get it. I get it. So it's all right. Cool. But it's just like, don't we sound like how far is this gonna go? because like, okay, I know Instagram had a bunch of shit against it too. Like, oh, Mark Zuckerberg is selling our data to these private companies and blah blah blah. So are we gonna get rid of that next? Are we gonna be like that one country where you can't go and access? Are we gonna be like we're trying to avoid China, but are walking the same line as them because you can't use TikTok. Well, you can't use what is it, Twitter and Instagram in China. If you go to visit, you can't use it. Like their web searches, you have to go with a VPN. So it's like, are we walking that same path? Because then what's next? And it's crazy how quick that shit gets passed through the house. But when it's other things that are more important than this, it's silence. Like we don't know what the fuck is gonna happen next.
Oh.
But I don't know, bro. Like I feel like you banning TikTok is like there's a bunch of people that got on because of TikTok. There's a bunch of people getting paid from TikTok. You get what I'm saying? They made their whole livelihood is based on these TikToks. And it's like, what are they gonna do now? And of course, it's like you can say, "Oh, don't put all your eggs in one basket," and now you can work retail or you can do this. It's like nobody wants to do that though. Like, get a real job. It's like, but if this is their passion, why strip that from them? You get what I'm
What is
saying?
a
Like,
job? The fuck? If I'm getting paid from it, it's a job. Goofy. What is
it's
you
like
talking about?
I don't agree with now. It still has a couple more steps, and then of course TikTok's not gonna get banned tomorrow. It's gonna take a while for and if TikTok gets bought out by somebody else, we can still use TikTok. So it's just like they don't want them associated with. I think the company's called ByteDance because that company specifically is based in China. But if he's showing you that all his servers for TikTok are here in America and that he's providing jobs for Americans, isn't that what an American would want? You get what I'm saying? Like we want our shit to be built here, right? That's what this man Trump was saying. Oh, we're gonna build factories. We're gonna build factories. Get Americans jobs and all that. And it's like, okay, but TikTok is doing it. So and it's just watching those fucking hearings where they're like, the guy is telling you he's Singaporean. Why are you asking him about fucking China? Why is it always like he's telling you everything? He has the facts. He's showing you shit, but it always goes back to that. And it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't think we should be banning fucking platforms. There should be other things you should be getting rid of besides fucking social media platforms.
Yeah, more important things for sure.
But well, there goes our TikTok page, and it was just getting spun too. Like all of our on this day videos are getting more traction than their act
When they
like the
first
first day.
dropped.
Yes,
Yeah.
when they first dropped, now they're getting all the traction. The podcast TikToks are going fucking dummy over there, which is crazy. But fuck, I mean, I guess like that's just one more social media platform down. I guess we scroll fucking Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, and that's like
It's gonna be easier for us, I think.
that's like fucking. That's like we got McDonald's at home. That is not McDonald's. The fuck.
I'm dead. To be honest with you, I like the Instagram Reels better than TikTok now.
My
To be
Instagram
honest.
Reels always be like the same, but like travel shit. It's like my TikTok will be random. Like the algorithm for TikTok, I think is
It's
better
better for
than
sure.
YouTube Shorts and Instagram because my Instagram will always be the same shit. But there are times I'm scrolling Instagram Reels and I'm like, oh shit, I'm on TikTok. Let me go to Instagram. I'm like, oh shit, I'm on Instagram. Like, what the fuck? But shit, we have to find somewhere else to get our topics for the pod when we do have something crazy to talk about.
Oh, we'll find somewhere. Don't worry, we'll be straight.
But fuck it, man. And then we wrap it here. Episode 108. I know I said this episode I was gonna talk about one of Denzel's favorite moments where we're talking about fucking the pyramids and all this shit. We'll probably do that in the next episode. That shit, I was looking at that shit and I was like, bro, I did some more research on that shit. I was like, oh shit, yeah. This is very fucking interesting. I didn't know this shit. We'll probably do that next week. Fuck it. Hey man, episode 108, 108 weeks consistent. And I don't see us stopping soon, knock on wood. I don't see us missing a week of episodes or an episode. Hopefully you guys like this. It's a little bit different. There wasn't more. There wasn't no TikTok. There was a, you know what I'm saying? It was more just a regular ass conversation. Hey man, leave a like, subscribe, put us onto your friends. If you like this fucking episode, send this shit to somebody, man. Somebody else will like this shit. If you like it, somebody else will like it. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah.
Hey, Patreon coming soon for real. Like, it's done, it's up, but you know, I gotta make it look pretty for y'all. And
Yeah.
we gotta have some content pre-done so I could just, you know, just drop it whenever over there. That's coming soon. I think what do we do, Rod? 199? 299? What did we settle on?
I think
199.
199.
199 is
easy.
what it is. If you want exclusive content, probably go over there. I guess when we have like a censored podcast where we had to cut some shit out, the full episode will probably go over there.
Mhm.
And whatever reactions get clapped. And I was saying, like, if we do like Squid Games is coming out this year. I don't know if Raw wants to review the fucking Avatar series, but we can also put that over there too. Anything like that, the TV shit will probably go over there too. We could probably do live reactions to episodes and shit. Whatever we come up, it'll be over there. It won't be here because copyright's a bitch. But it's been
Yep.
your guys, man. Denzel, Rod, myself, Terrell, and we'll catch you next week, episode 109. Make sure you fucking tune in, man. We'll
Peace.
catch you in the next fucking episode. Adios.